And there's me. Hey, I'm on TV. How's it going, everybody? And just sipping away on my tea over here. Got the YieldMax page open. I want to talk to you about three funds in particular over at YieldMax today. I want to talk to you about NVDY, Msty, and Cony. So I have all three of these. My largest fund that I hold right now is NVDY. I have, I think, 386 shares as of last week in NVDY. I had 176 shares up to the ex dividend date of Msty. Want to talk about what happened there, and then I now own 20 shares of Cony, and the goal is to add 10 shares a month to Cony just to kind of build that up to, who knows, maybe 300, 400 shares. The goal is to get that to 500 shares, or sorry, $500 Canadian a month from all three of those funds, and then we build and we go to the fourth fund after that. So that's the goal. That's a goal. Kind of minimize my face here. Yeah, I've got YieldMax's page open. First thing I want to show you is my passive account. I'll at the end of this video in the comments, I'll go ahead and link passive. Yeah, a few of you have actually taken me up on that link. I think I get a $20 payments if you guys sign up with passive. I haven't seen that money yet, but apparently I've got $60 floating around out there somewhere coming to me, so appreciate that. But passive is a dividend tracker. It costs $99 for the premium version. If you are in Canada and you use Questrade, you get it for free, which is super cool. Yeah, I mean, free is awesome, right? That's one of the benefits of being with Questrade. So I won't promote my links too much, but I have links for both of them for your using pleasure. If you do the Questrade link and you don't currently have Questrade and you're in Canada, we both get $50. So that's pretty cool. I've had that happen twice so far. That was nice. Nice little bonus to see for a really good brokerage for sure. Good things about Questrade: low fees, $4.95 to sell, sell and buy stocks. Free to purchase ETFs, $4.95 to sell them. Easy to use, open 24/7. Great chat support. Really, really good chat support. I used them yesterday, Thursday, early morning. And then they're online. Their phone call support's really good too. Downside of Questrade, if you want to trade options, it is expensive. You should go to IBKR for that. But yeah, IBKR much more affordable. But yeah, that's Questrade. So this is passive. This is my dividend history just from this year. So 1 year, sorry, from November to November here. You can kind of see the chart is going up a little bit here over the months. I haven't really contributed too much of my own money into this, which is great. This is all YieldMax money just getting funded back into YieldMax, and it is slowly building that castle for me. I sold a covered call of Msty about a month ago when Msty wasn't really moving up and down too much, but I was my average cost was $26. I sold a covered call at $34, and those shares were taken away from me this past ex dividend date, which was Thursday. So I was worried, am I still going to get paid that glorious dividend? And so I chat GPT'd that question. I also Googled it, and then I also messaged my broker. That's why I messaged them, and everybody said yes, you will. So I've got good news. I did get that money. So if you take a look here, I know it's kind of small on your screen, but Msty there, $540 distribution, which was good. So I was excited to see that. So there's those 100 shares. Plus my 76 I had before. Justin Sports Cards is in the house. Hey, Justin, how's it going? Happy Saturday to you. Thanks for chit-chatting with me. That's what I hope to get from this. I want to chit-chat with you guys a little bit. Talk to me about what you have, what you're doing, what you like about YieldMax, what you don't like in the comments here. What are you doing to reach your own goals. For my goal here is to retire, and retirement is kind of uh, a different subject. It's different to everybody. For me, it is to get out of Canada about this time of year, and then come back in around April or May. So I want to go to Costa Rica. Ecuador is really nice. Somewhere hot for the winter, because it's like half raining, half snowing out here right now, up here in Ontario, Canada. We got the Santa Claus parade tonight, so we're gonna do that. But we're bringing umbrellas. There's talks of snow pants, and I'm just not having it anymore. So for me, I'm building these funds up to future-proof myself, future-proof my kid, and get out of here in the winter. That's the goal. Wolf's in the house. How's it going, Wolf? I've just talked about my covered call, how I did get my money for it. So I know you did kind of the same thing here. So my calls were taken away, and so yeah, I got my distribution, $540. So I'm happy with that. I don't know if you guys have been around long enough to hear my original what I want. What I want is 6 pillars of $500 a month, Canadian. That will bring me to $3,000 a month, and then from there, put a little bit into the YieldMax, and then buy some more blue chip stocks and ETFs at that point. But um, I could definitely move away from Canada to a cheaper destination at $3,000 a month and live pretty comfortably. So this month, I didn't reach my $1,000 goal between the two of them. I got to $912. So that's decent. The month before was 1157. So if you kind of combine the both of them, it worked out to be 1,000 a month between the 2 months. So I'll take it. We'll see how it goes. Right on, Wolf. Well, watch away. Hope you're doing great, by the way. Hope life is good. 11 of us in the house here. Thanks so much uh for joining my live here. I want to hang out for about an hour, chit chat with you. Thanks for chiming in there. But I'm going to be talking about MSTY NVDY and Cony, and I want to talk first about Cony. I was on Reddit this morning, and people said Bitcoin's going way up. Why isn't Cony going way up? Why isn't Cony going way up? So we'll get to that in a second. Just let's see here. Keep grinding. I just hit 13.5 a month using YieldMax. Premium is still positive as well. Good times for now. That is good times for now. Yeah, so that's about 4 times 4.2 my goal. So congratulations. That's awesome. So that's really, really awesome. YieldMax, MSTY, AMZ mostly. AMZ's been solid, especially this last month. Didn't they pay over $1 this week, right? They probably just got that yesterday. 11,600 in distributions this month. That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. Sometimes I come on here and I say like, I've got the small account making under 1,000, and we talk to all these people that are making, 5, 10, 15,000. Sometimes I saw somebody last night making 50 grand a month on YieldMax. So, you try not to compare, right? And so different stages of life, different investments in life and things like that. So if you're just starting out investing, um, good for you. Keep going. Keep plugging away, put it in there. Become disciplined with how you invest. Become disciplined with how you spend your money so that you can invest more. Things like that, right? That's awesome. Justin says I use AMZ to pay for my EV Hummer. So good. Use their money, not yours. Oh, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Really, really good. I love it. So, yeah, I've been pretty impressed. This is a tough time of year to buckle down on the budget. I want to go out there and buy those permanent lights. I don't know if you guys know the ones, the permanent Christmas lights. They're like 237 Canadian. But do I need that, right? What is there anything else that I would rather? Yeah, I'd rather invest. I have one of those giant 14-foot Santas that we put out front. And we still have Christmas lights from last year. They just don't look as nice. So it's all about what you need and what's your goals, right? Is my goal to spend $250 on Christmas lights, or is it to retire early? So if I took that 250 and just put it into my account, will that help me retire earlier? Yeah, for sure. For sure it will. So let's talk about Cony. So in Reddit, they said, why is Bitcoin going up so much, but Cony is not? Well, Cony, I opened up their website here, and Cony is more of like a bank for crypto, right? For it is somewhere where you put your money in, and then you can buy crypto. They're not crypto investors themselves, and so I think that's important to use this video here. But they got a pretty cool video describing what they do. They making the markets easier. Now, I tried to get to the American version, but they won't let me because I live in Canada. But Coinbase is essentially you put your money in there, and then you can go buy cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, a lot of the different cryptocurrencies out there. So when Bitcoin goes up, they're going to get more volume. Coinbase, they're going to get more people, wanting to invest because everybody wants to jump on the hype train. But that's where they're making their money. They're making their money on those fees, things like that. But they're not making money on Bitcoin going to the moon or Dogecoin, Doggy Coin going to the moon. They're not making money on that. So it's important to understand where you are putting your money. And so for me, I see Coney as being um, a viable option for me because I think, here's what does Coinbase do. I think that it's pretty stable. The crypto world's awakening, if you will. It's been around for what 10 years, 14 years, a little bit more than that, obviously, but it's become more popular over the years here, and then in the last 2 years, it's become even more popular, and then since one foggy Tuesday a few weeks ago, it's just kind of lit uh, a fire under its Bitcoin butt and taken off. Um, yeah, yeah. I put Gobi all outside my house. They're pretty sweet. Not sure what. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. Gobi. Yeah, you got the app. What is it? 70 different lights formats. You can link it to your Google. Oh my goodness, that's what I'm talking about. I'm like a squirrel over here with ADHD. It's so easy to get me off track. Thank you very much, 24 of you, for joining us, by the way. Hit the like button. Let more people know about this. Appreciate you being here. I wanted to be here for about an hour, so I'm going to get out of here at 2 at the latest, all right? I got things to do. By the way, I'm wearing my, can you see that? My Feppy shirt. I'm not invested in Feppy at all right now, but not opposed to it. I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. This is just fun and entertainment. I'm about to sip on a tea. It's scalding hot over here. But Feppy, if you take a look at Feppy, they're just super stable. They pay out 25%. That's their goal. 25% a year. Feppy is pretty decent for sure. You know what? That could be tier 4, 5, or 6 for me. Right now, my tiers are MSTY, NVDY, and Cony. But if you're just getting here, we're talking about Coinbase. We're talking about Cony over here. And again, somebody on lots of people on Reddit saying, why isn't it skyrocketing with Bitcoin? But it's essentially a bank, right? You put your money in the bank and then they invest it. So you put your money in this Coinbase bank, and then you can buy cryptocurrency with it, right? It's all about the t-shirts. Exactly. I love the free handouts. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I forget his name. That's bad. He ghosted me though. He DM'd me on X, Twitter, and he said, "Hey, I see you make content about high yield investing. Do you want a T-shirt?" And I said, "Absolutely, I do." And I thought he was a scammer, so I was a little scared to give him my address, but it was the real deal. It was one of the guys from Rex Shares, so that was pretty cool. Jonah Weingarten, hello. I found out my favorite vegetable does kung fu. His name is broccoli. That's what I'm talking about right there. Broccoli, Hardy. It will, everybody was kung fu fighting for it for sure. So Coinbase, right? Is it a good company? I don't know. It's not for me to say. I haven't really dove too deep into the company itself, but I have the Coinbase stock up right here. On Friday, it went up 3%, which is nice, and then it kind of dropped 0.5% in the aftermarket. But I mean, if you take a look at the last year here, it's up 163%, which is incredible. And then right around election time here, it has gone up what about 80% since the election. So I mean, maybe not that much since the election, but it's gone up since the election. So is it a great company? It's not for me to say, but I mean, take a look at those peaks and valleys there. That creates that volatility, and for us YieldMax investors, that's what we want. We don't want Tesla volatility because that just is not manageable from a cover call standpoint. But from a Coinbase standpoint here, they're not going all the way up to Everest and back down to base camp here over and over again. So I think Cony is decent. I'm relatively new to it. I only have 20 shares of it for full disclosure, but the plan is to add 10 shares every single month to it and get it up to 300, 400 shares. And so once I've kind of maxed out NVIDIA here, maybe this month, maybe next month, then I will work on Cony. My Msty investment journey is a fun one. I almost did something wild yesterday, but I waited a day. If you watch my last video, it talked about what I did. Is it a mistake? Is it not? I did a covered call on Msty, and I had my shares called away because they reached the well above my covered call, but it was also a dividend day. But so I ended up buying. So I went down to 76 shares of Msty on the ex dividend day, which was Wednesday. I ended up buying 24 more shares. So I'm back to 100 of Msty here. And I almost did something wild yesterday. We'll talk about that in a little bit once I get to it there. I have Mr. Cony, NVDY, Alti, Msty, and YieldMax is my newest purchase. People seem to be really liking that YieldMax. It seems to go into like a 3-4 week cycle of payments, and so on that third, fourth week, it pays out really low. Somebody told me it's because most of its funds are within Group D. So whenever Group D pays, it pays lower. That makes sense to me. I get that. SMCY. Okay, yeah. But SMCI, they've had a bit of a recovery, haven't they? Yeah. So Cony, yeah, I mean, I'm liking it. Look at the price of Cony here. Not financial advice, of course, but if we take a look at the last year, down 31%. If we look at the last 6 months, down 27%. The last month here, it has recovered quite a bit of that, so up 24%, and then the last 5 days here, just a little bit. Now, Cony is in Group C. So here's how the cycle is gonna go. We have Group A coming out next week. Group A, just my opinion, trash. I'm not invested in anything in Group A at all. I want to, but not good, not good. PLTY, is Palantir gonna be great forever? Is it just gonna continue to climb, or is it gonna bubble? So if it bubbles, then PLTY, is it gonna bubble? PLTY is just going way up with Palantir right now. First month it paid out 2 something for a distribution, and so we'll find out this week what it pays out. But I do love Palantir, but I don't know if I love Palantir at 60 right now. Can I see Palantir going above 100? Yeah, but maybe not right now. Oh, okay, thanks. YMAG was the one. Thank you for correcting me. So my apologies. YMAG. It pays only 6 cents every 4 weeks. Yes. Appreciate it. Grant's in the house. What's up, Grant? How are you? Talk to me about Cony. You guys like Cony? Should I keep doing that? Should I keep adding 10 Cony every month and then add to my other two, Msty and NVDY? Should I add more to Cony? I'll go back here and show this to you. This is basically what I'm getting paid. I'm not adding any more money to this brokerage, this fund right here, this account to invest more here. That money goes elsewhere, but yeah, I'm getting almost close to $1,000 a month right now. So I want to put some of it into this NVDY. I want to put some of it into Msty and some of it into Cony. PLTY distribution hasn't been a part of YieldMax yet, but soon, and it'll boost. Yeah, the dividends, or not the dividends, the premiums on Palantir are out of this world. Unbelievable premiums on Palantir, that's for sure. That is for sure. So there's my Cony. I also went into MicroStrategy's website. If you've ever gone to MicroStrategy's website, you have no idea what they do, who they are, where they're from, as long as you love me. So their website's kind of like, pardon me, what do you do? Crypto? None of this talks about anything in relation to crypto at all. We all know MicroStrategy from Michael Saylor, who is purchasing Bitcoin like it's his job. Something like $4 billion in Bitcoin purchases over the last week and a bit. But good for them. Here it is right here. MicroStrategy completes $3 billion offering on convertible senior note due at 0% coupon and 55% conversion premium. Pretty incredible stuff here. That was 2 days ago. MicroStrategy, what a weapon of a company this is. They have skyrocketed in the past year here. And, in the last year, it's a big old ramp up of 711%. Go in and get your hot dog, right? 7-Eleven, maybe a Slurpee, but up $369 in that same time period. Pretty incredible. A lot of people are rightfully concerned on the Twitter about MicroStrategies. If you take a look at the max chart here, this is kind of what it looks like, right? So you have your peaks, and then you have a long valley, and then a small peak, and then a huge peak right here. Let me just scroll down a little bit so you can see that better over top of my face. Sorry about that. New to this live action. Apparently, this is my first time on live television. So thank you so much for being here, by the way. If you haven't hit the like button, make it happen, Captain. I don't know what I can do to help you do that, but if you take the mouse and you just scroll it right under this video, there should be a thumb. Hit the thumb, and that's a like. That's a like. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, hit the subscribe. Apparently, a little flashy light goes. Tell me if that happens for you. That'd be cool, like stars. Hit that. We'll make it happen. I'd love to see you in the future, by the way. I'm just going to go through the chats here a little bit. I love YieldMax. Oh, my goodness. You're convincing me. I have Cony, but I want to add to Msty. 381 shares, Grant. It's pretty good, though. You're probably feeling pretty good about that last dividend. And the price action of Msty after that dividend. Let's go take a look at it here. Last 5 days. So it's on its way back up, isn't it? Right? It's on its way back up. When was the dividend? Well, Thursday was the X date, so $33. So up $2 since the X date. Pretty good. Really good. I mean, big drop. I mean, MicroStrategy had a big drop that day too, to add to it. Started buying Mister, so it will go down now. Exactly. Yeah, it will. It's just the way it goes, right? You buy it, it goes down. They're watching you, Wolf. They know. Uh-oh. This lady in my hometown got in a car accident and lost her entire left side. To her, she'll be all right. You know what? Don't get in front of her because she'll. Well, don't stand to her right because she'll lean on you. Her name's Eileen. Nice, Grant. 381. That's what I'm talking about. 35.85 here for Msty right now. Looking pretty good. My calls got taken away at $34. Ugh, so sad about that, actually. I'm not super sad. Uh-oh. I hear a kid. Did you guys hear a kid? I've told her not to come in here. I said I'm going on the internet live, and her face is not allowed on the internet. I don't know if you guys heard her run by and yell for her mother. If that happens, I'm going to stop my webcam. So Msty, I almost made a move yesterday, but I made a video a couple days ago, and I said, next time I do this, I'm going to wait a day. Similar to what Wolf just said in the chat there. I'm going to wait a day. And so yesterday, this happened, almost happened. Let me zoom into it a little bit for you here. So these are the premiums. Tell me more about this, Grant. These are the premiums here yesterday in the after hours for Msty's covered calls for December 20th. So what happened, if you're new here, I sold a cover call about a month ago on Msty for December 20th, and the strike price was $34. My average price was $26 at the time, and I was happy with it. It made me an $80 premium. It would have given me $800 in profit, realized profit, because it would be sold at 34, realized gains, right? And so I was pretty happy with that. Now, because I'm in a tax-free savings account, I don't have to pay anything on those realized gains at all. The only thing I pay money on is on my distributions I get. So I was happy if it got to $34, but then this bad boy flew all the way up to 42 bucks. Ex dividend date was this past Thursday, and I actually think it might have been Wolf that said, or maybe somebody named Cardinal, oh, you got to be careful around dividend date because these calls like to be called away around dividend time. And it reminded me of something I learned a long time ago, which was that, and it happened. So I got a message on Thursday morning saying your calls have been taken away. Um, yeah, you don't own 100 shares of those anymore. Oh no. So I got my $80 in premium, which was great, but then I also got my 34 hundo back on Thursday. And then I was really, really worried about getting this dividend. So I went on a hunt here, and today it just showed up in my passive account here, 540 from Msty. So that's pretty good. I'm happy about that. So yesterday I was looking and I said, what if I sold a covered call again? Because I have 100 shares of it again here at $40 strike price. You know, that is a $5 gain. My new cost per share is $30. That's a $10 gain in cost per share. $1,000. Let me scroll this down. Can I go like this? There. $1,000 in appreciation. And then I would have also got $320 in premium. So it would have been a $1,300 swing if this Msty price is $40 or above come December 20th. Plus, I'd still get my dividend. What do you guys think? That a terrible decision? I mean, a lot of us are here to buy and hold, and I love that. I love that for you. Buy and hold. It's a great idea for sure. I'm kind of the same way, but oh, and again, this is why this is not stock advice. This is not financial advice. I get a little bored sitting here waiting for that, and when I see a juicy premium of $3.20 per share times 100, that excites me. Gets my blood pumping a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. What would you do? Tell me in the chat. I need to know in the comments, and maybe we'll make that happen on Monday. Is Monday a holiday? Is Monday a holiday? I don't know. Is it in America, in US? When's Thanksgiving? Is that this weekend? Is that next weekend? I think it's next weekend. My tea is cooled down. 31 minutes into this thing. Yeah. Yeah, only if it isn't called away before the dividend. Exactly. Yeah. Mine got called away on the ex-dividend date. So, oh, it's Thursday. Okay, so when's the holiday? Is it Thursday? I guess so, because it's a short week coming up for you in America. It's a long week here in Canada. A long, blustery week here in Canada. You bought it. Yeah, that's right. You bought them back, Wolf. Yeah. That's my problem. As soon as I get that $80 premium, I want to put it right back into something, right? So what I ended up doing was buying 5 shares of Rocket Lab, which has worked out, but 5 shares of Rocket Lab at plus $7 is only $35, right? So so that entire thing made me 80 plus 35 in money, essentially, right? So that's cool. I'll take it. Lessons were learned. I waited a day. Selling covered call on a hot stock like Msty is a bad idea. Just keep it for the dividend. I like it. Inquirer 101. Thanks for being here, by the way. Have I ever talked to you before? I appreciate you being here. It's great to get your opinion. I do love it. I do like Msty as well, and I agree with you 100%. I agree. Msty is just rocking and rolling. That's what happened on Thursday. It wasn't really rocking and rolling. Not Thursday, a month ago. It was just like hanging out. And then of course the day later it started to rock and roll. I said to my buddy, "Here we go." Right? Grant says, I hold. I don't play with big boys in the options games. I let YieldMax. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I agree. I like that. So that's my Misty talk. I do love Misty. You know, I'm cool. Like, let's say Bitcoin just falls off the mountain, right? What's going to happen to Misty? Well, it may go back down to $19, but you know, if we take a look what I've made so far, let's just do the math quick. 540. This is post tax, by the way. 547.63. So let's just say like 1,300, 14, 1,600. So I made, you know, about 17, 1,800 off Misty so far. This thing goes to $19 a couple months from now. Are you guys still in it? Are you panic selling? For me, I'm not. I'm Leo DiCaprio. I'm not selling. I'm not leaving because I'm going to get those dividends, right? And that's what it's all about with YieldMax. Get those dividends. Dun, dun, dun. Augie, how are you? I love this question, and you know, maybe some more people can contribute in the chat to this question. The question is, what are some pitfalls with this? There's some big pitfalls for it. You know, dramatic falls in the underlying stock, which is Mister. So what happens is the Misty fund managers write covered calls and synthetic options on MicroStrategies here, and MicroStrategies has had a historic climb. It has never climbed this fast before. And so the pitfalls are, what happens when it stops climbing? Is it just going to stay there? Or is it going to fall off the mountain? And if it falls off the mountain, then so does the share price of Misty. Now, Misty will do weekly calls on MicroStrategy, so they'll earn a premium. They'll earn dollars on those calls every single week. I say it with a smile because I want to tell you something else after if you're new to this. But they'll earn money every week. So your share price will go down, but you'll still get distributions. Now, if you look at other companies over at YieldMax and you talk about maybe not, I don't know, let's go like Tesla as an example, or Tesla. This is what happens with a company where the stock price falls off the mountain, right? Tesla is classic, goes up $50 in a day and then it filters down $10 a day for the next year. Sarcasm. But you can see here, Tesla itself has had many different variations in distribution price here. They even had a share reverse split back in March. And so this is a pitfall. This is a downfall to if your underlying stock doesn't perform well. So, you know, Mr. MicroStrategies is rocking and rolling right now. So a lot of people are jumping on the hype bus. But I caution you to understand the downside. And the downside is that your share price could diminish. Your distributions could diminish. If it goes down, this is like doomsday stuff right here. If it goes down for multiple months in a row, MicroStrategy, then Misty will as well. It gets down to $10 and whammo, you're hit with a reverse split. These are all the downsides. Thanks, Inquirer. I appreciate you. I don't know if I nailed that or not, but that's what I see. But I mean, do I see that happening for MicroStrategy? I don't have a crystal ball sitting right here. But I mean, that's pretty amazing. That chart right there. Is it too amazing? Is Bitcoin going to just hodl forever and keep going up? Or will there be a peak at some time and it cools off, right? And a lot of people are saying January. Some people are like, it's not happening because of the new government coming in. So will it just keep going up, right? So if Bitcoin keeps going, yeah, I'd say we're probably good. But don't take that as advice from me, please. I'm literally wearing a Feppy t-shirt, drinking a tea with a wooden handle. My account balance is $20,000. Don't take that advice from me. But I do see, I mean, you can read the news and read the charts a little bit here. Um, yeah, I do see a promising future, and I like the volatility of it. That's why Misty's being paying us $4 for the last 2 months because of that volatility, right? So it's been huge, right? It's been good. Let's see. I'm going through the chat here. Sometimes I win, sometimes I get trapped in the stock. Yeah. My worst one was I followed this guy named Zip Charlie. He's on YouTube. He's like a day trader, but he was like, "Oh, you got to buy this Aster ASTR. It's a rocket company. They're gonna go to space, and their stock is gonna be $100." So I was like, "Okay, I'm in." And luckily, I sold it at 50% loss. So I sold it at $6. I think the thing's trading at like 38 cents right now. His other one was ChargePoint, and oh man, ChargePoint, what's wrong with you? You guys should be doing so much better than you are. That was another one. What was another one he pipes about all the time? He loves Mara, which is decent. Riot, decent. But yeah, I've listened to a lot of YouTubers and gone down the wrong road. So that's why I kind of over caution people a little bit. I don't want you to be like me and follow YouTubers because of what they say. What are we seeing here? Only about half YieldMax funds have a positive total return. Yeah, so true. So true. That's why I'm really focused on NVDY, Msty, Cony. I mean, Cony's down. Um, Cony's, I guess, up on positive return, total positive return. They're up, but I mean, their share price is down. But for me, it's up. I think my average price is just over $15. But I mean, again, I only have 20 shares of it. So, but yeah, you're totally right. There's a lot of trash in there. That's for sure. You got to comb through the trash. Um, this is a great comment here. I bought originally at 28, saw it go to 19, then back to 44. Exactly. It was at $19 just 2 months ago. And here we are, right? So the same thing, let's snap our fingers. The same thing can happen going backwards, right? We're at 35 right now. It could happen, right? It could go backwards. But what's going to happen? You're still going to get your distributions. People are going to freak out, man. Their pets are on fire. They're going to sell out. But you still get your distributions. That's for sure. So that's Msty. Everybody loves Msty. Can't go wrong with Msty, I guess, right? I'm pretty, next month, I think it's going to be another huge dividend. They have a massive synthetic option just sitting there. Now they moved it to February, but yeah, they're looking good. Next up, oh, Nvidia, what'd you do to me? You left. Nah, I always spell it wrong. That's my problem. Nvidia.com. Oh my goodness, space.com. There we go. Come to daddy. That's not their website. That's not their website. Nvidia. I always spell it wrong too. I put an I in there. Let's go there. That wasn't their website. There's their website. Good stuff. Hey, thanks. I'm just gonna pause for a second and thank you all for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I was like, I'm gonna do a live. I've only done one live before. It was fun chit chatting with you. And yeah, I really appreciate most of you guys joining us. Most when I said most of you, all of you joining us, I meant a lot of my subscribers joining us. And my name is Mike. This is Health and Wealth. Thanks for being here. Hit the subscribe button for me. Hit the like button. Get more people watching this stuff. If you want, I can reveal how much I've made on YouTube so far. I'm a relative new YouTuber. Kind of a fun story. I started December of last year talking about Tesla, and I had no idea what I was doing. And then I stopped. Just things got negative with Tesla, and I was like, I'm not talking about that anymore. And so I ended up buying Msty, or not Msty, NVDY with that Tesla money. I wasn't really interested in making YouTube videos for a while there, but then I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I started back up late August, September, October. Here we are in November. I think I've made about 757 so far from you guys watching, which is great. Thank you very much, by the way. Let's see here. We'll go to my channel. Let's be nosy. You guys want to be nosy? So I get about 10 cents per view. It's nothing huge. Wow, I got 3 new subscribers right now. Thanks so much for that. Appreciate you. There's the last 28 days. Let's go to lifetime. right? Now, what's funny about my lifetime chart is it's similar to MicroStrategy. So 186,000 views, 12,000 watch hours, which is awesome. 1,900, you see it right there. Hey, somebody just did it. Somebody unsubscribe and then subscribe again. See if it shows up live. 777 for dollars. So that's pretty cool. I really like the last couple of days. I've been pumping out the content for you here, and I hope you appreciate it. But if we go to the last 7 days here, 91 bones in the last month here, 335. So that's been pretty good. I just got a payment. I'm gonna make a video about it, so I don't want to reveal what I did with it, but I just got a payment for 397. My second payment ever by the Google. Thank you very much, Google. Thank you, you guys, for being here. And I put that to work, that 397. So if you've been around for a long time, I will reveal it to those that have not been around a long time what I did with that 397, but it's going to help my future self. Dun, 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 dun. Thanks so much. I appreciate the compliment, Rockin' RJ2. I enjoy your comments. It's raining. Yes, it is. I think you were talking about cash, cold hard cash. You ever see that guy? He goes into the pawn shops and he's like, "Do you accept cold hard cash?" That's what I think about every time I say that. 10K shares in Msty. It's built from collecting dividends, not messing with options or margins. Slow and steady. High five to you. Totally agree. I can't do margin on this particular account. It's a tax-free savings account, but I'm happy I can't. We see people out there on YouTube that are just heavy into margin, and they get mad when you bring up margin conversations. But for me, I just don't have that kind of risk tolerance. I know what happens with stock markets. They go up, but they go down, and I'm not interested in having margin calls and things like that. 10,000. I'm jealous. Well, if you got accounts, you got to send me a message. I don't. Am I subscribed to any of your stuff? I'll subscribe and watch. You got to tell me. Do you have Twitter? Private message me on Twitter. I'll come and subscribe to all of your channels and put them all on at the same time. So yeah, Nvidia, right? What a beast. We had earnings call this past week, and they didn't make it splashy. They just said we're improving, we're getting better. Our chip is BlackRock, BlackRock video game, $30 billion in a quarter. We can't keep these things on the shelf. We need to make more. I saw on CNBC the next morning, the guy said, what the biggest problem with Nvidia is? They're all retiring because they took the stock option, and the stock has just done really, really well. And so they're all retiring. Oh, got you, Wolf. Got you. Can I subscribe to your brokerage accounts? Joking. So I love Nvidia. I mean, see you, buddy. Have a great day. Appreciate you being here. I love Nvidia, right? Nvidia stock doing okay. Last on Friday they're down, and then down 472. Could be a good one to do your own options on. $14,000 gets you 100 shares. Why not, right? Dip your toe in with $14,000 kicking around in the swear jar. But in the last month here, up 1%. Last 6 months, up 36%. Last year, up 197%. It's been a good year for Nvidia. They are a solid company. Nvidia itself here, just kind of hanging out right around my dollar cost average. I think my dollar cost average is 28.11. So just down $3, but it's been paying out, right? If you take a look down here, it's paid me $3,971 in dividends since I got it back in April. Not, I just recently put more money into it with the money I got back from Msty this past week. So I bought 86 more shares of Nvidia. I'm going to take it to 400. I'm getting this $540 on Monday up here in Canada. That's from Msty. I'm going to just put that straight into Nvidia. I should buy about 14 shares, I'd say. And then, I'm pretty close to 400. So I'll take a pause on that for a little bit. I know more than you? Get out of here. Not even close. You're the best. I don't know more than a lot of people. I just kinda peruse these sites and take a look and kinda think about it, but, I appreciate the compliment. I do need luck. 500 Misty shares, 10% for your, local YouTuber, and same name, kind of. Man, that must have felt good. I know my buddy he's got 500 Misty as well, so he was pumped, and then he was telling me, I don't know if you were feeling this way, those swings up and down. He's like, "I'm up and down 6 grand a day here with Misty with the last couple of days." I don't know if you're feeling the same way, if you're freaking out a little bit of that, freaking out about that a little bit, but, yeah. 500 Cony. Which one do you like better, Cony or Tesla? I know the answer. You don't have to answer. You don't have to hurt Tesla's feelings. Cony for sure, right? For sure. It's a little more stable. I mean, it's not dramatically more stable than Tesla, but it's a little more stable. Let's see. Are we able to find Group A up here in the news? I don't know. I have it in my own videos, Group A, but bum 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 bum. Can we scroll way down to go find Group A? There's Pie Misty. Have I gone too far? Here it is. Let's just take a. This is last month's distributions for Group A. That's coming out this week. YMAX, YMAG looked good there. Tesla looked good there too. Crush, terrible. What a terrible fund that is. 98 cents. People say, "Oh, 98 cents on a $13 ETF." Let's go find out. Crush ETF. $7. Oh my goodness, it's worse. 7.95. Ugh. Can I give you guys some stock advice? Get out of that. Sell. Just kidding. Don't listen to me. GUI? GUI, yeah, I mean, it's super stable. Google doesn't move. Google just kinda is like a snail, and it's slow and steady, right? So GUI doesn't really reap any big benefits. There's no massive, call action on Google. So, yeah, you don't get paid a lot with GUI. Slow and steady. Ybit, right? Now that should be an interesting one. Y to the bit? What's that at right now? Okay. 1585. Not doing what Misty's doing, right? I know nothing about Ybit. I know it's a Bitcoin option income strategy. But yeah, down 6 months for 21%, but I mean the last month up 20%. So wow, it must have been down. That means it must have been down 40% in that time. And now we're back up 20 in the last month. So Ybit, it's got to pay out a good dividend this month, right? I don't know. OARC, Kathy Woods calls. She wants her fund back. ARC K here. When I started investing, everybody's all about Kathy Woods and all over Kathy Woods, and ARC K has really good premiums for its ETF, which I think is $40. That's the last time I looked at it, which was months ago. But it doesn't seem to move too much, but the premiums are decent. Zomo, don't want it. Snowy, don't want it. TSMY, don't want it. Right. So Group A, you're out for me. It would be nice if the next fund they come out with is a banger and they put it in here to make it more interesting. I'd love some week one distribution, but not happening with any of these, for my personal opinion. Let's see here. Only 119 NVDY, but I'll be buying more from the distribution from the other three to get it up to 1,000. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I hope stay in touch with me. I wanna know your journey. I want to see how you get there. I love it. Right? We'll go through the bad, the good, the ugly, all of that stuff for sure. This is Health and Wealth, by the way. Thanks for joining me today. What are you guys doing today? Anything? Tell me. Tell me in the chat. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm skipping week one. We'll talk about it though. Whenever they announce it, I'll make a video about it. I'm gonna try and be positive the whole video, okay? Just so you know, it hurts me to talk negatively about things that people care about. But you know, for me, I try and take the emotion out of investing here a little bit. You know, is the NAV steady? Is it still paying me a distribution? Those are the two things I look for. That's why NVIDIA's been good. Misty has been great. But yes, stability and dividend. Cony, for me, I'm in at $15. It's stable at $15, right? Paying out a good dividend, really good dividend. You take a look at the last year with Cony, it's been very, very productive. Cony, not too far down the list. YieldMax updated their website if you didn't notice. But, Cony just hanging out at a buck. The lowest payment is $1. Man, but, you can see down here, they're paying out too much. There was a different strategy in this era. They're just like, let's pay them as much as possible, even if it's out of our own pocket or their own pocket, and diminish the share price. And they've stopped, I think, doing that. Although $2 right here, wow. I'll take that next month. But I mean, did they earn $2? I know Retire and Dividends. He posts the video about Cony. It's like they're just throwing darts against the dartboard every single day. They're creating different closeouts and buys and short sells and all of this stuff. They're going wild. They're going wild. Building IKEA thing. Are you talking about Biggie? Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about the handle on this mug? How are you saying I built this mug from a piece of doweling? But yeah, there we go. That's good. Yeah, Cony, I'm okay with as well. What am I doing this weekend? So I've got after this, I'm gonna go head out. I'm gonna rake a couple leaves off the driveway so that the snowblower doesn't suck up leaves this winter. I live in the forest essentially. I showed a short video of where I live, and yeah, yeah. There's some leaves, oak leaves, maple leaves. Go Leafs, go! By the way, I think they play tomorrow night. Gonna put the bikes in the shed. Gonna bring out some chairs for tonight. I packed away all my summer gear already, but up here in Canada, it's about to be winter. And so if you haven't been involved in a Canadian winter and you're in southern Ontario, as an example, you haven't been involved in a winter. I live just north of Toronto, and where I live, it snows from November 24th until June 26th, and it doesn't stop. Usually the snowbanks here are just over my head, 6 feet tall. And yeah, yeah, it's brutal. Hey, Kevin, what's up, buddy? How are you? Good to see you. YieldMax is taking over. I agree. I totally agree. XDTE at the Roundhill Gang has been really good as well so far. QDTE has had NAV erosion. I made a couple of videos. Actually, that's my highest view video ever. 10,000 views on the QDTE video. I did a QDTE reveal when it first came out, but the NAV erosion has been hurting people's feelings because their feelings are involved. But XDT has been really good. Also, the RDT has been very good too. That's for sure. But yeah, I totally agree. Also, I do agree about can you see this? Feppy? Feppy being pretty good too. I haven't looked at it in a couple months, but doing well. I'm gonna move to the Philippines. I'm coming with you. I am coming with you. Philippines looks awesome. Thailand looks awesome. That's for sure. Alti, AMZ, NVDY. Boom. Kevin, I'm hoping that Alti turns around. They talk about this new strategy, but the share price keeps going down. So is the new strategy working for them, or are they actually doing the new strategy? $10. Ooh, I mean, all right, cool. So it's up 2% in the last month. That's good, actually. That is good. So that's when the new strategy came out. And then they keep paying that 80 some odd cents, though, right? 80 to a buck. Here it is. Can I go there? Let's look. New website. Who's this? There it is. 83, 82. What if they paid you 50 every month? Would you be happy with that? And they put 30 cents back into the NAV? Would that make you happy? I like that. The Swifties have invaded Toronto. Yes, they have. Tonight is the last show. My other half, she was talking to her sister about buying tickets. They're online. Cheapest ticket was last weekend at $900. And now the cheapest ticket's like 2,500. Oh, yes. Yeah, the Leafs have left town. Have they? I know they played Vegas. They're playing tomorrow night. I don't know where. But yeah. Alti is, you know what, Kevin? I like I like the price of Alti, $10. It just, if it doesn't go lower than 10, then load it up, right? But I get worried at that $10 range. If it goes below 10, that's scary. But yeah, that is scary. That's for sure. I mean, look at that dividend. Imagine if it stayed at 10 forever and they paid you 83 cents every month. You'd be loaded. But I don't think that's sustainable. I don't know if that's sustainable. I get worried about that one for you Alti holders. I'm not an Alti holder over here. Um, man, I don't know why I have that. I stayed out too late in my head. Is that her song? I could probably hear my kids dancing to it right now. My Alti cost is 10 and it's been as high as 1070. Yeah, that's good. Right on, guys. Well, that's going to be my day. We got a Santa Claus parade coming up here soon, and I just wanted to pop on and say hello. I'm not sure if you guys like this live content with thoughts of Mike here at Health and Wealth. If you do, hit the like button, smash it, caress it, nail it, smoke it, touch it, do all of the things to make the thumbs go up for me. I appreciate that. I'm sitting at, actually, do you guys want to see one more thing? It's pretty incredible. I got to show this to you before I go. It's incredible. It's a little me here, a little me talk. Let's go to my YouTube studio, and you can see in my content how many likes I get. Let me share my screen with you. It's over on the right-hand side. So I don't know my average, but 98% like, 100, 96. Nobody wanted to hear about my future proofing. 98, 197% like, 99, 100. So that's incredible. I appreciate you guys hitting the like button. I got a booger in my nose. I hope not. I am cold. I do have a cold. And if I had a booger this entire time, right on. That's awesome. I doubt it though. I don't think there's anything forming in there. Michael, thanks so much for joining us today. And yeah, appreciate that. I love you, Michael. Not too late to join the Alti. One day, maybe one day. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, John. Appreciate you guys all from being here, and I love the positive and the negative. Tell me in the comments how you feel about these likes. Michael, appreciate you being here, especially. I'm totally okay with positive and negative criticism. You know, it helps me improve as a YouTuber. So much appreciated to you for the comment. And I just wanted to say thanks to you all for being here. My name is Mike. This right here is Health and Wealth, and I hope that you have the best weekend. Bye for now. Ending the stream.